All right, everyone. So in this lecture, we will be covering the lab number 6. We have already done the lab number 6, most of the part of the lab number 6 beside the SQL injection attack, the part 5. So, but in this video, I want to cover quickly all the things like all these 6 parts, all the attacks like command injection with these three levels, low, medium, and high, and file inclusion, file upload, cross-site scripting, and all. So without wasting much of time, let's start with the command injection. So all you need to do is you need to, if you have installed the DVWA on your local host, you need to start your service, Apache service first, or you can run it through your exam. Then you need to start your MySQL. All right. So once the both services are up, I am going to go to my application, admin username, password. All right. So this is just like a real application, but this particular application has plenty of vulnerabilities. All right. So we are going to test all of them, not all of them, like most of them with the 3 levels, low, medium, and high. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the command injection with the low setting, and let's see what we can do. With the command injection, what we are trying to do. In command injection, we are basically trying to traverse in the different we are trying to execute remotely, we are trying to execute different commands, right? So let's see how we can run that. So firstly, I will go here and change the security to low level. So this is low security, like 100% vulnerable. We'll go to command injection. No security. If you go to source, you guys can see here, they take the user input after determining the operating system. If it is Windows, they're going to run the Windows command. If it is Unix, they're going to actually apply ping minus C4 and provide a feedback to user. So if I just type here, let's say 127.0.0.1, like this IP address, like localhost, you guys can see it went through, 4 packets have been transmitted, received. But if I try a command, do you guys see what I did? Because they are not sanitizing the input. So in the input field, what I did, I put the IP address and I have added 2 operators. ls command, you guys know what ls command does, like list the directory. Let's see if it works. You guys can see here, it did work here. We can see their directory. We can try something else. Let's try this. So I'll just add a pipeline. Do you see the pipeline? Just like a one pipeline, and try. It did work. You guys can see here, we got over results back. We can try something else as well. I can try, for example, semicolon. Just try semicolon. It did work too. So this is like a low level attack where what we did is we just passed this. So you can take a screenshot of that, and I'm gonna put this command down there. Oh, sorry about that. Let me copy this. And let's paste here. So that's what I typed. For medium level, I'm gonna try and change my medium level, and let's see what would be the major difference between medium and low with the course, with the code perspective. So I am going to go here and change the setting to medium. All right, so medium level, it has, some um, security. You guys can see this setting is mainly give to example of bad security practices. This is no security, bad practices, hard, and this is like something which is secure all the vulnerabilities, impossible. I will show two, in fact, 3 impossible tasks. I will share with you all those impossible strategies as well. But firstly, we have to have a good understanding about low, medium, and high. So I'm gonna go back to command injection. Let me try the same command. Let's try that if it works. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? If we open up the source, you guys can see here they have made a blacklisted list. So these operators have been blacklisted. So these 2 operators are blacklisted. So you can try some other operators. Let me try this operator, the pipeline thing. It worked. So blacklist is always not a good idea. It's always better to use a whitelist. Whitelist mean basically where you can provide a list like this is allowed and this is not allowed. For example, something like that. Like what is allowed? The rest of the stuff would not be allowed. So I'm gonna copy this. This is the code, or you can say the crack to crack the medium level challenge. Let's try the high level challenge. For high level, let's quickly go to security, and I'm gonna make it high level, and let's go to command injection. All right. So for high level, first of all, let's see the source code. You guys can see here, many operators have been, it has been taken care of. You guys can see they've maintained a blacklist, a good security. Let's try, let's try this, the previous thing. No, it didn't work. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this space and let's see if it works. It did work. You guys saw what we did is I just type 127.0.0 and I pipeline. You can type echo, for example, echo $sign PWD. PWD, you know what print working directory is. This should actually echo. Yep, PWD got echoed. So whatever we are typing in, it is getting through. So let me just type pipeline ls. Let's try if it works. It did work. They took the bait. So without anything, I just type ls and we cracked the command injection. Now let's move on to the next part, which is file inclusion. Let's see how we can do the file inclusion task. Let's set the low level security. And file inclusion. All right, so if you see low level security, no security, you guys can see here, page is directly passing through the database. File one, you guys can see page equal to file one. They're using a get method. That is why it is showing up right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do file equal to period period forward slash. Let's see. You guys see it got executed. If I type here period period forward slash, it went. And let's say if we type here robots.txt, you can see here we can access their files as well. So this is what I typed in. So I'm gonna paste this in the low. So how the low got it? So we just move to other directory by passing simple arguments. Uh, I can show you one more thing. Like for example, there is a page, it's called PHP info page. We can try that. So PHP info.php. This page is also accessible. So this is another crack for the low. All right, let's change the setting to medium. Let's change the gear. And now let's go to security level to medium. For medium security, there are some basic security problems. Let's try that. Let's see. File one, it is still getting through. And now, for example, for medium, if I try to see what is blocked, let's go to source. By the way, this source code is not available to client because it's a PHP, it's a server-side script. So they are basically checking it out. Like if there is any like two dots, forward slash, or the backward slash, they are blocking it. Input validation has been properly performed. Let's try that. So let's see if I change page. Let's try with 3. Oh, it is working. It is getting through. Info.php. Let's try this. It worked. So you guys see, I just changed the orientation and make the system believe by passing different my command. So you see 3 dots and 1. So typically what happens, some servers they do allow this. The reason behind it, just to avoid any, for example, typos, or for example, they feel like maybe user might did a typo here. So medium got cracked. The same command is also going to work here. And let me try with the high security now. Let's change it and make it high security. And let's go to file inclusion. Let's say file one, and let's see what they have done. So they are validating if somebody remove the file. So then it's going to be, it's not going to run. Let's try that. So if we remove the file, the medium level, let's try that. You guys see error, file not found, the error, it didn't work. All right, so file one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try, file was there, so I'm gonna actually pass the argument right there. Let's see if it works. etc password. We are in. So we just change this orientation. We can try something else, file, the same thing. Var directory, this is a typical location of the files. HTML, let's see. Yep, we are in, we are running, and let's say DVWA, it is good. And then robots.txt, and it is DVWA. Yep, it is running, but not showing up the result. But anyway, we can see the password file. So etc password. So, yep. So this is how the high level security crack has been done. So it doesn't mean that we are able to pass these arguments, so we can launch some more lethal attacks as well. But this is just to crack the challenge, just to make it, just to show how, if the proper security has not been deployed, what could be the problems. So let's move on to cross-site scripting. DOM in the class, we have already talked about it. So the cross-site scripting DOM, which is stand for document object model, it is basically the client-side cross-site scripting. Like we will manipulate the URL, and URL or the client will not able to get it executed through the server. Client will forward the information. So very simple. Let's go to DVWA. Let me gonna go here, go back. And let's go to cross-site scripting DOM. Let's see if I have a low security first. Low security. And we are going to go to DOM. Now, English language has been selected. And you guys can see here, no security. Of course, everything is passing through. So that's like just like a joke. It's 100% vulnerable. So what I'm going to do is for English, let me just pass a simple script. So I'm typing a script alert, for example, hack, something like that. Semicolon, close my JavaScript. Let's try to pass it. It will 100% work. You guys can see that. And if I want to find the cookie, document dot cookie. So document dot cookie, you guys can see here, well, we can pull the cookie. So for example, if I'm the attacker, so being attacker, what I can do, I can, for example, run a script in the class. We have already discussed that. So please do remember, do bring the question in the class if you have any. So I'm going to actually paste this. This is for low security. So like if anybody can pull the cookie, they can, of course, steal anything like web browser history and all that sort of thing. And you guys can see here, this is DOM. It's still loading. It's not getting to the server. So I'm going to paste it for low. This is what I did. And let's move on to medium. Let's change the security level to medium. And let's try to crack this. For medium, that's English language. For medium, what I'm going to do is, let's see what is the, so what they have done is, they have tried to block the scripts. So if anybody tried to, add a script, it's going to be blocked. So what I'm going to do is, with the English, I'm going to pass an argument. And then I'm going to try my script. Same command, document.cookie. All right, so it didn't work. Just give me 1 second. I got a call. I need to take this call. Let me pause recording. All right, so I'm back. Okay, so we tried this command with the English. We tried this thing. Let me try again. Medium security. Let's try copy. Let's click here. Let's go up here. All right, it did work. So what I did is, all I did is just pass after the English, I put a hashtag here. So the same thing, like the same stuff after English, I just pass the hashtag here, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write it down if you want. This is, okay, so this is not like this. It's basically, oh, sorry about that. So let me go up here and, all right, so let me copy this for you. If you guys can see it, this is the same thing. I just passed the hashtag and it got cracked because I want to conceal the script. I don't want the script to be appear because that was blocked, in fact. I'm going to paste here. It's script, all right? %3, that's script, in fact, an alert box. Let's go to high. Let's try with a high. And I did try one more. I'm going to show you that as well. So let's see if we go to English. Now you can also try, let's go back here, Dom, English. We also tried passing the image tag. So let's say if I want to close, let me close the option tag first. Option. So let's say if there is a security options in place, it would be blocked. Then I'm going to try the select tag, select tag. Then I'm adding a image tag. And image tag, the source of the image tag is nothing, like there is no source, and on error, or you can type here on error. So on upon error, what we are getting alert, and let's say hello. Let me try this. Let's try this if it works. It didn't work. It might be my mistake here. Let's say alert and do I need to I think I need to put a semicolon as well. Oh, sorry about that. My bad. We need to close this bracket as well. So semicolon and this image. You see the image tag need to be closed. Yep, it worked. You guys see here, it did work. So this is another way how we can crack the medium level security. And again, this thing is also going to help you for some other task if you want. So I just passed the option. I don't know why it's basically showing up like this. This is like a real link, but this is how it's look like. You guys see here, option, select, and oops, sorry about that. Option, select image tag, and then on error, it's going to generate this. And for example, if after this, if I can put here document alert document dot cookie. So it will basically bring up over cookie. Yep, there you go. So this is for medium level task. Now let's move on to the hard one, the high, and let's see how we can crack that. So we'll go back to our DOM, cross-site scripting, select English, and let's see the source as well. Now you guys can see here, they are basically allowing the whitelist here. So whitelist mean only these things are allowed, remaining location. If anybody tried those sort of things, it will not be run. So let's try that. Let's try with a simple idea. Let me see if I can try that. Let me just put a hashtag again. Firstly, let's try with a hashtag. Script, and let's alert document dot cookie. Let's pull the session cookie. If we can pull that up, and it did not work. Let's try that. Let me copy, and let's go up here. Let's go to paste here. It did work. So for example, you guys can see here, it did work for the medium level security as well. So now I am high level security, of course. So the same command work with the pound sign, the same thing. So the same thing work right down there as well. So let's move on. Let's change to the next one, which is cross-site scripting reflected. And for first of all, let me just make the security low, reflected. And let me quickly show you one quick thing. And then of course, I will show you the real attack. So cross-site scripting reflected and stores are same thing. In store, the script will be stored on the server. Reflected, it's gonna reflect you back. So let's go to reflected. Let's say if I type here my name, Umar, it's basically appending my name. You guys can see it. If you, for example, store something, the message will be stored. That's the only thing. Let's say name is Umar, and here, let's say if I put a script. script alert, and let's say document dot cookie. Sign it. You guys will see now what's going to happen. Script have been saved. Now, for example, anybody come to this application, this cookie is going to show up. Now, for example, if I'm the attacker, I have set up my platform on my, I have my PHP server running. I can craft a script, and whoever will log into this machine, their cookie would be visible to me. How did we do that? So, in order to do that, what you have to do, and what I did, we already did in the class, so I'm just going to show you this. You need to go to your file system again. If you are using exam, so you're gonna go to your htdocs. So let me write it down. What I'm saying. You're gonna go to htdocs directory. All right. Under that directory, you need to create those files. So in my case, if I go up here, I'll go to my var directory, www.html. And you guys see here, I have created a script.php file, and I did create a cookie.txt file. So let me clear this cookie file. So imagine I'm basically a hacker and I have this particular file to hack something, and this is my script. So you need to create the script. How you can create it? Right click, open this folder as a root. All right. And here you're going to create a script. Right click, let's say open terminal. You know how to create touch script.php. Script.php, you're going to create it. I already have that, so I'm not going to run it. Let me show you. And then you're going to do this chmod 777 script.php. The file which you just have created, you need to change that. I have already done that, so I'm going to show you my script. Nano script.php. You guys see, I have created a small PHP script. I created a variable called cookie, and I'm using a get method to get the cookie. When it will get the cookie, it will open the file like this variable f, open the file, which file? Cookie.txt with the write privilege, lowercase w, write this cookie like this variable onto the file, and then close the file. Very simple. So this is my script. You can write it. And this is my cookie.txt file. Make sure this file should be writable. So go to properties, permission. It should be read, write, read, write. All right. And now what's going to happen here? So for example, if I'm the attacker, I'm the bad guy. So if I go to application, on this application, reflected and stored, for both, it's going to be the same thing. If I type here script, I already did that, I guess. Script window, let me just show you what I typed so you guys can see. Copy, let me open this text file. This is the command. So script window dot location, and this is the location of the PHP file. All right. And now this is basically, if it would be the real attacker, I may have another machine. I'm going to put the IP address of that machine plus document.cookie. So, and then, so what's going to happen when user will log in? User will log in. So I will also get a copy of the cookie. Let me show you that. Don't save it and hit submit. What happened, since I have set it up, everything, PHP server, and open a text file. So if I show you guys my txt file, so you guys can see here, I have that cookie now. Now, for example, if I store it on the server, cross-site scripting stored, whoever will visit the website, I will get their cookie. Make sense? This is just like adware, the way how adwares are typically created. This is cross-site scripting reflected or stored. So if it doesn't work for you, you got some problem, don't worry about it. I do understand sometimes we need a multi-server installed. So the third-party server really work well. Local Apache servers sometimes give a problem to that. All right. All right, let's move on. And we gonna quickly see the analysis of weak session IDs. For weak session IDs, I just have to do one small quick thing. Open the browser, then you go back. You need to go to these three bars, click here, go to settings, network, manual configuration. You make sure you have done that, all right? And then hit OK. So it's just like installing or putting a man in the middle. You already know that how to set it up. I'm gonna go to Burp Suite. Let's start. So Burp Suite is now it's between you and your browser. And now it's gonna start intercepting. I'm gonna go to proxy, turn on the interceptor. Let's go to file, and let's say I wanna, okay, so wherever you click, it has to be passed through here. So I'm gonna go back here. Let's generate the session ID, and let's say it is low security, generate. For low security, session ID has been generated, and let me right click here and send it to sequencer. Then you can forward the packet, doesn't matter. And if I go to my sequencer basically repeat the task and get the things done for you. You guys can see here, this is the session ID number 1, because it was a weak security. Start capture live. Now it has start capturing the packets for you, right? And try to and show you all the packets, because they are basically sending tons of authentication requests. If I analyze now, it's going to show you the prediction. You guys can see here, it's so worse, 100% predictable. So that's why you don't see any great analysis here. And if I copy the token, open this text file and show you the tokens, you guys can see all the tokens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You guys, these are highly predictable token session IDs. All right. So please take a screenshot. You're going to take the screenshot of that. Let me go back here to proxy again, go back to, and let me do it for medium. Let's do for hard security. Forward this, please. Let's make the security high security and submit. So let me forward the packet. So security should be high. And let's go to now weak session IDs. Again, we need to forward this, and let's hit generate. Now this is our packet that we're gonna work on. I'm gonna right click on it, send this packet to my sequencer. I'll go to my sequencer and start live capture. Again, it has started capturing the packets. If you send the wrong packet, it's gonna show you plenty of wrong things. I'm gonna show you in a bit. Let me just stop this. Analyze now. Now you will see it have some better results. Now it will show you the entropy, like you guys can see here. So there are greater than 10%, which have the similarity, like they can be easily guessed. And these are again analysis. Let me just copy the token, and I'm gonna show you how the token looks like. These are the how the tokens typical are looks like. All right. So that's the session token. So this is like a high security, still better result, but impossible is going to give you the best result. So this was over weak session ID analysis. Now let's move on to the part number 5, which is SQL injection, right? For SQL injection execution, what I'm going to do is firstly, I am going to stop my interceptor. I'm going to go to use WAN proxy. Let's go back here. Let's go back. All right. Let's start with the low security. So for SQL injection, I believe everybody already familiar. What is SQL injection? We have already discussed that. SQL injection attack mean where we can hack the database. Let's say go to SQL injection. For example, if I add the ID number 1, this is user number 1, first name is this, last name is this. All right. Let me try ID 2. This is second user, third user. Got it? This is third user. So firstly, I want to try that whether it can pass my argument or not. Let me try 1, comma, and 1 equal to 1. Let me try this. If it allows us to select the first column. You guys see here, they are passed. Whatever we are typing in, it is directly getting through. Everything is getting passed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically find out how many databases are there. So typically to launch this attack, we use a tool. It's called SQL map. SQL map. That's the tool which we typically use, right? We have already used that tool. If you remember, if you don't remember, in this tool, again, a lethal tool. So that's why you have to be very careful which website you are targeting to. This is like a test website, so we can try that if you want. So firstly, we unveil the databases, right? It basically find out the databases for you. I have some internet issues, so it's gonna be, but again, firstly, we find the databases. In the databases, then we find the tables. After finding the tables, we find the columns and then we dump it. So we're going to do the same thing here, but manually, all right, for low security. So firstly, I'm going to type a command, one comma. Let me write down and then I'll show you. So one comma, this is terminating string. Then union, I'm going to combine the results, select, I'm trying to select the database. So I already did that. So I'm going to show you this command. So this is the command. The command, this is for low security. That's the command. So what I did, one, so let me just put it so you will not get confused with this. Okay, one, this is for low security. One comma, this, so please do remember there's like 1, 2, 3, it's not the part, okay? This is the command. So one, it's union, combine the result, databases, it will return the name of current database and the user in the database and anything after that. So hashtag means. So you guys can see here, we got the databases here, the database DVWA admin, and we got the username is admin. All right. So this is the name of the database. Now let's want to find out the names. Let me just see if I can find out the table names. So the command one, the same command, union, and I'm going to select table underscore name. So I want to find the table name, comma, to from information underscore schema. Let me see if it works. Schema dot tables where table. This is SQL command, nothing special. And as I mentioned earlier, if you use the SQL map, it automates the command. Schema equal to DVWA and anything after that. All right, so it didn't work. Let me see. Schema, let me see. Okay, so let's try this. No, it didn't work. Let me see. Let me copy this and let's figure it out what is wrong. Let's copy it. This is the command which I'm trying to pass. So one comma union select table name. This is two from information schema table where table underscore schema equal to DVWA. I think that seems fine to me. Let's see what is the issue. Copy, let's put it again. All right, so it is not getting through, but so the command has been passed, but it's not showing us the result which it's supposed to show. Let me just pause the recording. Let me just see. Let me figure it out why this command is not running. What's wrong with it? All right, so that's my bad. So this was, I think this was missing part. That's the command. So one union select table underscore name, comma, then there's a space, two from information underscore schema tables, where table underscore schema is equal to DVWA, the data name of the database. So it is basically showing you the table names. There's one table which is guest name. There is another table which is users. So these are the table. So what we are going to use is we're going to select a table and find the columns in that table. So the command is going to be very similar. Like, let me just show you the same command almost. Let me open it up again. So one comma union select column. So please type the command carefully. If there would be anything out saying, it's not going to show you the result. To from then information underscore schema and then dot column. So this time I want to see the columns where which table underscore name equal users table and anything after that. Let's put this particular command, all right, to find out the columns in that table. Because we know there's a user table and you guys can see here, we are in the database. All right, this is user ID, first name, last name, user, password, avatar, login, and all that things. Now, what I'm gonna do is, now the last command is we wanna, for example, dump the password. So one comma, we just wanna find out union, select user, comma, password. I wanna see these column, user password from user and pound. Let's try that. It did not work. Let's try again. Something went wrong. Let me write down the command there and then we'll come back to it. So it's one comma union select user comma password from users pound sign. So let's try this command. It should actually show us the username and the password. Let's try this. We got it. So these are the usernames and that's the password. So this is the command to get, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's the command which we typed in. All right. So this is like a database hack. And let's try with the, let me don't save. Okay, let's try, don't save. Let's try with the, okay, we got couple. Okay, so this is like, just take a screenshot. That's for the low security SQL injection. Let's do with the medium level security. Very simple. For medium level security, we might have to use Burp Suite again. So I'm gonna configure it back. Let's go down there and let's open Burp Suite again. Let me go back to my proxy. Oh, sorry, this was right here. Okay, so now low security, and then let's go to SQL injection again, forward that, and let's go up here. All right, so the first step is for SQL injection, let's say I'm gonna select the user ID 1. I just want this particular packet. Now we're gonna go to my Burp Suite. We got a Burp Suite, packet is right here. We're gonna right click onto the packet and we are going to send the packet to repeater. All right, now we'll go to repeater. And if you're repeater, if you guys see here, ID equal to 1. Do you see that? ID is 1. Got it? So we can manipulate with that and try to see if it let us work or not. For example, so let's say I want to try ID 1. Let's try with a quote, just a comma. Let's try and send a request. Yeah, it's not showing us the result here. I want to try ID comma. We can try, for example, different commands down there. Let me try ID comma and let's say let's say 1 equal to 1 percentage 23. Let's try this. Still we are not getting any response, not any reply, but let's try passing some arguments here. So let's say ID equal to 1 and let me just try union select 1 comma 2 percentage 23 and let's put a and is already there and submit equal to submit. All right, let's try this. All right, this response is still not showing us, so I'm gonna do ID 1. Let me remove this thing here and ID equal to 1 select percentage. Let's try this. Oh yeah, we got a reply here. So I just ID 1 and I'm just combining 1 and 2. Let's see what sort of reply it is. So I'm going to copy this code, the whole response which came from the server. Right click. I'm going to request, let's say copy, and we can also ask it to show the response in browser. Show the response in browser. Let's try directly do that. Copy, and let's go and show the response to browser. Let's paste it here. All right, it did work. You guys saw it did work here because the problem is they are not passing the argument right here in the medium. So if I show you guys this, oh, it's not view source. I think we need to pass it again. Go to proxy. Let's forward, and then it should be able to show us. I think it should be right here. Okay. So if you guys see here, they are basically using a post method. So that is why we are unable to append it into the URL. all right? And they are properly sanitizing the inputs accordingly. So that's why we had to use the word burp suite in order to launch those things. So I hope you got the idea. How did we do that? Let's try something else. ID1, union, select, and let me try and pass a database. Let's see the database. So select uh, database, right? Let me try database, comma, version of the database. Let's try version of database, pers percentage 23. Let's try this. It did give us a response back. I'm gonna select again. I can copy it or I can directly go here. Show the response in browser. We can directly copy that or yeah, it's, and let's see, paste. You guys can see here a response came back. We can find out we are able to penetrate to the database by using this. So that's great. This was over security. Let me go back to proxy. This was over medium level security. Let's do the high level security. Forward. And let's go back. Let me just disable. Let me disable the network setting. Try with the basic stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna make it high security. And now let's go to SQL injection. All right. So in SQL injection, high security is a little bit different. Click here to change your ID. So let's say change the ID. Let me just type here to generate an error. Let's say 1 equal to this. So let's see if it generate an error. So we are getting a reply back with that string. So it means we can try 1 comma order by 2. Let's try to see if how many columns it has. So it does show you there are 2 column first name, surname. Let's try 1 comma union select database comma user, and let's say whatever comes after this. Okay, so it didn't work. Let's go back here. I'm gonna try again with the SQL injection. Let me type a command here first. Oh, it did work here with that one. All right, hi sub, and let's go to SQL injection. All right, so that command did work. So that is why the SQL database is basically moving on to that. So the command did take the command, SQL command injection command. It did took the command, but we need to clear the database. Let me reset and clear the database. All right, and let's go back. If it happened to us, we're gonna go back to our SQL injection. Oh, it's still not. But anyway, the command, it did took the command. This was the command. If I click here, that was the command which it took. It was 1 comma union. You're gonna try select. I'll fix it by the way. Database user and pound, whatever comes after that. So this was the command which I passed, and we can try that as well. So all right, so let's move on to over that was the low. For medium, we have used the burp suite. For high, we just directly pass that command. All right. If it doesn't work for you, just bring it up in the class. Otherwise, you can skip the high one. High is very simple. It's just resetting the databasing. So we just have to. I mean, I think I need to fix that. I'll fix it up. Let me see if it works with my low, medium, and high or all. Yeah, it is working with that, but I'll fix that for high one. I'll check it out. But that was the command that you're supposed to enter. So let's get the last part done. File upload. I believe we have already done that, but let's quickly take a look. For file upload, let's go to low security first, and let's go to file upload. For file upload, what I can do is it's basically like uploading a file. Like you can upload a file. Low security mean no security. You can upload anything and it would be saved. And it's going to save under hackable data uploads. Make sure the hackable file the hackable file, like this particular file, let me close this. Oh, it was right here. I can try one more time just for sake of union select database. If I don't know if it worked that or not, but it is. Anyway, let me just I'll check it out. So let's see how file upload crack actually works. Let's see whether we can upload um, uh, a backdoor, a shell script instead of the image. They want you to upload an image. So how did we did that in class? So you're gonna open your terminal. We are going to create a backdoor using a tool called Weavly. So you're gonna use Weavly, generate, put a password, let's say 123, and let's say wherever you want to save that file. So before you create that, if you type here pwd, so you can see where you want to save that exploit. I'm going to save it on my desktop. So what I'm going to do is Weavly generate, and then I'm going to, let's say, pick a password, then uh, home, then for example, I want to save it on my desktop, and let's name it, for example, I want to name it, let's name it Umar uk.php. So file has been created on my desktop. Name of the file is uk.php. So if I go to my desktop, I can show you that file. So cat uk.php. So this is like a malware backdoor script. It's gonna create, if we would be able to upload the script on the server, we can take control of that server. So let's see how we can do that. Browse. Let's go to desktop, uk.php, upload. File has been uploaded. Great. Make sure your upload folder should be writable. I think I forgot to tell you before. So you're gonna, let me close this. Yes. You're gonna go to file system, and in file system, var directory, or if you're using exam, so you know where to go, htdocs, DVWA, hackable. So this directory I'm talking, you need to make it writable, read, write, and execute this directory. Then it will be uploadable. So, sorry about that. Let's close it. All right. So now file has been uploaded. Once the file is uploaded on the server, what I can do is I can go to my terminal. And now in my terminal, I can just type here Weavly, and I just need a URL. So this is the URL that I need, which is hackable PHP file. I am going to copy this, and this is going to be 127 DVWA, and after that, right here, this is the URL. So you need to provide this URL to your Weavly. So Weavly, and then I'm going to provide the URL, and then the password, which is 123. Exited HTTP. Oh, sorry about that. My bad. We just have to type the HTTP thing as well. HTTP. Weebly has been set it up. You guys can see we have a direct link. If I type ls, you can see the files. I can remove the file rm, let's say kill.php. File has been removed. You guys can see here, rm kill1.php. The file has removed. I can remove my Weebly file as well. So let's say rm uk.php. It has also been removed, and remote backdoor has been gone. You got it? Because we removed over agent. Makes sense? This is, just take a screenshot. This is going to go under the low. Now, for example, if we set the security to high, so let's go security. Let's make the security medium first. Medium. In medium security, what's going to happen? We'll go to file upload. So in medium, they can actually make sure if you're uploading a PNG file, like a image file or not. So for that particular purpose, we need to use, they're not gonna let you upload this. Let's try the PHP script upload. They're not gonna upload you. All right. So we are going to go back to square one. We're gonna manual proxy. We need our friend verb suite again. Let's get our friend back. So friend is back. We're gonna go here, go to proxy, interceptor is on. Let's go back here. Let's go back. And now what we're gonna do? We are going to now try to upload again the same thing. I'm gonna browse UK and try to upload. Now the thing is, it came here for us, like the whole packet. You guys can see here what type of content we are trying to upload, and this is what is inside the content. Whenever you send a packet to a firewall, this is what they can see. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a small change here. What is my small change? PHP file. So I am going to make it for application content type. I'm gonna make them look like this file is image JPEG. Let's try if we are able to forward. File is uploaded. You got it? So we can try again if you want. We can go back to terminal. Same command, you guys, because file was the same thing. We are in. We are back. Take a screenshot, rm uk.php. We did that. Makes sense, everybody? All right, let's do and make ourselves, make the life hard. And let's do the hard challenge. Again, forward that. Let's forward it. Let's go back and it's going to be file upload. And then we're gonna forward again. All right, so we are right here now. So now, again, the same thing, but this time what's gonna so this time I'm going to create a new, again, a new one, new backdoor shell. So I will do the same way. So we'll type again vivly generate, and that's gonna be our code, and I'm going to put it on my desktop. All right. So once it will be created, so now it should be on my desktop. And if I go to my desktop and show you, that's my uk.php. So we just have to make one small change here. We just have to add GIF, like this particular code, at the top of the PHP file. So server, when they will execute it, they will not see it's a PHP script, and they will see this is just like an image. All right. So now we can upload this particular file, and once we will be, it will let us upload. We will use a command injection, and we can easily upload that one. So let me intercept as well. So let's go to browser and let's upload it. Oh, I forgot to change the rename. So we need to make it JPEG file before we upload it. Otherwise, they're not going to let us upload. And then we will use command injection to make the change. So we're going to make it JPG. And now we are going to upload it, and this file should be uploaded now. We'll forward. You guys can see here that code has been added. We'll forward the packet, forward the response. So it has been successfully uploaded. Oh, I think I'm logged out. I need to log in again. Let me just forward and let's do it again. So let me quickly go to security is hard. Let me forward the packet. I think the rest is fine. And let's see. Go to file upload. Go to burp suite again, forward the packet, forward again, forward. Let's upload it. You guys can see here that file GIF, the one which we modified. So when they will process it, they're going to see this is like a normal file. File has been successfully uploaded.